just fighting. Although I will say between here and then, just playing the Fake Grand Order game, I've learned a whole lot about the series because there's so many fucking like offshoots that just aren't translated at all.
Mm-hmm.
That just like a lot of them are just really good and they're not written by the main guy. But I learned a whole lot. Like, evidently servants are not just like people who did decent things. When you become a servant, your name is put on the Throne of Heroes.
Yeah.
And you can be summoned at any point in your life. Like, I summon Arturia. You can summon Arturia at any point in her life.
Mm-hmm.
You can summon her like as she pulled Caliburn from the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can summon her as Blue Sabered, what we know from Fate Stay Night. Or summon her from the when she was a king, when she was an actual adult.
Mm-hmm.
That was MPM. Same thing with other servants. You can summon Gilgamesh when he was actually a king, like King Gilgamesh, not the Gilgamesh who was looking for the potion that makes him immortal.
Yeah.
Because that's the Gilgamesh that we know, the fucking gold armored asshole.
Yeah.
That's the one that we know. But the Gilgamesh, that was the tale of Gilgamesh and Enkidu go out and look. Gilgamesh and his friend Enkidu go out and look for the potion to like eternal youth. But at the end of the day, he didn't find anything. So it was him growing up as a person, realizing he didn't need to be so foolhardy. Because in his foolhardiness, he was so eager to find something that wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So you get King Gilgamesh, which is a caster instead. While, let's say, King Arturia is a lancer instead of a saber. Because in King Arthur's story, at one point, King Arthur gives back the sword to the Lady of the Lake.
Yeah.
Because he's using it as a sort of a crutch to become a king.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was going that way. So she gives the sword back to Bedivere, and Bedivere just tosses it back in the lake. And Arturia matures as a person because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the swordswoman who would cause you to tell Shiro you're stupid, like when she instead as an adult would realize, no, Shiro's doing this for a reason. I shouldn't damn him for this. He's doing just as I would. So in Fake Grand Order, you see the fact that like King Arturia instead grows up to be a king that focuses more on the better of the people than the better of like the single person. So stuff like that.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes. Or but at some point, like when you summon Hercules as not a berserker, you're summoning Hercules before he killed his wife. Because the Hercules that we see from Fate Stay Night is the one who killed his wife and had to go through the trials.
Yeah.
You could summon Hercules as a saber or a lancer and all that stuff, but that would be before he went insane. Because it's not just
No, that's MP.
It's not just the being a berserker. Because again, finding out through Fate Grand Order, being a berserker doesn't always turn you into that. Like your fucking rant-raving beast. Oop.
Good shot, Hawkeye.
It doesn't always turn you into that. Being a berserker could just mean you're just angry a lot, or you have angry tendencies. But that doesn't mean you're like.
And I'm still of the belief that that's horseshit.
Well, there's also because again, there's different levels of madness.
Well, yeah, but first and foremost, Hercules was summoned with a ritual to make him specifically a berserker.
Yeah.
The same way Lancelot was.
Yeah.
It was a forced ritual to
No,
make him a berserker.
actually, Lancelot was just summoned at that Lancelot was summoned after, like after Arthur had married Guinevere, and he had become angry over that, I think.
Yes, but in the show, they actually say that they used the ritual to force that Lancelot to be a berserker.
But I'm saying like the mad enhancement, because that's what Heracles is known for. But you can summon Heracles without that him being angry and shit like that, because you meet Spartacus. Spartacus perfectly talks to you fine. Like, he carries on conversations with you, but the minute you try and like give him an order, he'll fucking go berserk and try and kill you. Because Spartacus was all about against slavery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the few in the Fate universe, aside from Gilgamesh, but that's because Gilgamesh has freedom of action compared to everyone else. Where if you try and give him an order with the stupid command seal, he can outright just ignore you. Because that's how he was in life. But there are some berserkers like Spartacus, who they're not entirely crazy, they're just crazy in one aspect. Instead of like crazy, like you can't even hold a conversation. Obviously with Lancelot, all you get is Asa and Ra and Baka. He calls the master an idiot sometimes. Or he doesn't say Baka, he says stupid, because of English and shit like that.
No.
Doesn't matter, he's stunned. He can't act. Whenever it shows a little
yeah,
thing
I
there,
see
he
it now.
can't act. Or I'm trying to remember a few other ones. Don't die. There are just like, because there's so many in the Fate in the Nasuverse now, which is what they call it actually, which is the most. What's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna exit. I don't want to. I ain't got no more heat healing at this point. Cocky thing. Like, it's the Nasuverse because I created the universe. Like, that's such like, I'm a cocky asshole. This is what I did. Like, fucking shrugging your shoulders. Is that there's just so many servants now that they're all just kind of, they're all really cool. Like, I was showing Ryan before we came Billy the Kid. He looked pretty cool. Fucking William Shakespeare. He wants to have sex with all the ladies. And he'll give a fuck.
No, he only gives fucks. That's the thing.
He only gives out fucks. And like, you learn in his background that the fact that, well, in Apocrypha, I think, not this one, that William Shakespeare was just a name. Because it was just like, some guy gave him all of the plays so he could like earn all like the fame. Or that was one of the perceived legends.
Yeah.
That like, the original Shakespeare was just this ugly little man in like a room who gave all these plays to this very handsome dude. So eventually Shakespeare himself took that form of the handsome man. Because like, we also learned from that as well. Again, where's the tiger? It's not there anymore.
Yep. We threw her ass out.
I don't want to throw her right out. She's actually nice.
We threw her ass out.
Here's Tiger. Chunks of ice. Oh, crushed ice. Yeah. Instantly. Stuff for our room. It's just side quests. But we
in
also
hell, money conquers all.
Yes, in hell, money does conquer all. Now, nothing to sell on this end?
Yeah.
One more to give up. Inbuilt, then not that great, but we have a decent amount of money. But within also like their appearance, like how the servant looks, it's entirely based on legends of what they were. Like Da Vinci can show up as Leonardo da Vinci, the guy we know, or since his legacy is so the maple tofu is we want these. Since he himself is so strong, he can show up as whatever he wants. So he picks the image of Mona Lisa because that's what he believed at the time was the perfect body. So whenever he shows up in Fake Grand Order, he shows up as Da Vinci-chan. And everyone just kind of accepts it, but he still acts like normal. Okay, no more speaking with Saber. We have 1 day left of grinding. I don't think there's anything else to be done.
You need to find out one more piece of information. Is
No,
that on the last day?
The last piece, that's when we all go, we know this, and that's the last dot. Is when we figure everything out. I'm just making sure I don't miss any other flag or anything like that. Nope. Or Asterios, the man who created the maze. The maze that the Minotaur is stuck in.
Yep.
In the particular warping of that legend, Asterios was actually the Minotaur. He created a maze because everyone else was bothering him. So he created the maze to get himself lost in so no one would fucking find him. Except people kept finding him. Big ass little poopy skirt.
It's your big, stupid poopy skirt for me.
Just grab her by the shoulders and go, tell me what I want to know!
She actually isn't that bad of a person.
Tell me what I want to know!
She's just a kid, though.
Tell me about the Bears and Ravens.
Tell me about the March Hare!
Tell me about Harvey Dent. What's his connection to Two-Face?
Swear to me!
I am Alice through the Looking Glass. I am the story she reads. Uh-oh. She saw me.
Both of them appeared in the hallway. My heart started going doki doki.
Doki doki, poodoo poodoo.
Waku waku.
Nappy nappy.
Waka waka play.
She wanted an exact copy of herself, but in black.
Well, no.
Damn.
Well, if you actually notice, their personalities are actually kind of contrasty.
Yeah, so she wanted a copy of herself, but in black.
One's more of like a submissive, innocent one. The other one's more pushy and shit. Now it's gonna feel real bad because the problem with this week or this particular servant, all the challenges is finding out the information.
Yeah.
Not the actual fight.
The fight itself, you just push her over. Like, walk up.
How do you think a caster would fight in a one-on-one fight in an arena where there's no place to hide?
Continue to throw either rock, paper, or scissors.
Yeah.
And no, except she actually throws rocks, paper, and scissors, and not actually the thing she's supposed to do.
Brutal. I'll have you know there are plenty of combat-capable casters.
No, yeah, they're probably what I'm saying. Like, obviously, in this case, like, if you were to corner this thing, if you were to put this thing in a room with no doors, and you have a fucking rock in your hand, what the fuck is she gonna do?
Well, this caster, nothing.
No, I mean like if you put everything together,
Yeah.
this is obviously like a subterfuge cast that's gonna use like the
Just summon Lancer as a caster so he can cast Fist and solve all of our problems.
Hold on, which Lancer is caster?
Yes.
Li Shuwen? I don't know which Lancer you said.
All of them. Doesn't matter. They'd all survive longer. And that's the sad truth. Because Lancers get the shaft.
Oh, you mean Ku?
Because Lancers get the shaft.
No, it's just Ku that gets the shaft. And even then, if for the one guy watching us, if you actually haven't watched the fucking fake granddaughter,
for all one of you,
if you actually watch the fake granddaughter fucking OVA,
don't.
It's actually really good.
Don't.
It's true. The OVA was pretty decent.
No.
Cause just think, Cuckoo Lane, Blue Lancer, always dies, always gets beaten in every form or shape there is. But you summon him as a caster instead, and he solos everyone.
Yes.
He kicks everyone's ass. And the thing is, like, everyone has an aptitude to be summoned as something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, if you know a little bit of magic, you can be summoned as a caster. But you're not going to be, like, that great at it. It's like, the wizard would cast Fist, and goes, like, Hercules summoned as a caster.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not that great at it, but he can do it.
He's the bestest at it.
I'm the best thing. But yeah, but Cuckoo Lane learned a little bit of rune magic when he was like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Not a whole. He even says like, I don't know why I'm a caster. I don't know why. But
and then solves all the problems.
He kills everyone. No problem.
When you absolutely positively have to kill every motherfucker in the room.
You get summoned as a caster.
You get summoned as a caster.
No, but he needs a little help against Arthur though. And that's because he shows up late and the main character is like, "Hey, can't finish the fight for you."
Problem solved.
I thought Lancer Ku was still really good in the Limited Blade Horse.
Oh yeah, no, like he's actually one of the favorites among most of the people in Japan. Like, if you actually ask any like real person who watches this, not like waifu material stuff, they go Lancer Ku. He has
all those real people actually watching this stuff or reading this stuff.
Well, no,
yeah, Lancer Ku.
There's like two kinds of fans. There's like people who are super into it and know everything about it, and there's the guy who's like, yeah, I watched it on Netflix once. That's the comparison. I'm making.
So everyone.
Not everyone.
For any type of thing, practically ever.
Yeah, there's
the dude
fans
who watched it once and was like, all right. And then there's the dude who was like,
yeah! No. He was like, fucking yeah.
Yeah. And what about those dudes who are like me, who are like, nah.
Then you ain't in column A or column B.
Yeah.
You just ain't a part of this equation.
I absorb this knowledge through you.
Because I'm your friend, man.
I'll put up with all this fate extra info.
Nothing, man, whatever. It's cool.
I ain't got space left in this head. I gotta fill it with information about fate.
See, I just kick out all the information that I don't particularly care about.
I try to, but it doesn't work out for me. I keep nonsensical information for a lot longer than I should.